Well, here it comes.
Hey, so I just sent you a video. I want to see your blind reaction to it.
All right, let me pull it up here.
Make sure it's like fully loaded. I want to see your full reaction. All right. Brandon,
You ready?
Mississippi. Have you ever been through there? I have actually been through there on the
No.
way on 20. Making the trip back and forth, you go right through Brandon, Mississippi. God.
One more time for the people in the back.
If we had a huddle remote, just kind of hit that slow-mo.
Oh man, I might start
Dude,
class with that tomorrow. But
this cop hits a perfect near foot, near shoulder, right into the guy. Boom! Like, look at that near step right there.
Oh, and what got him is the leg catches, and he's done. But dude, when he hits that wall,
oh yeah, that's another level.
oh, hands behind the back. So he's already cuffed.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, you're done for.
No.
Hey, does the head rock?
I can't even. His body just implodes.
So for the guys listening, all right, we got a what appears to be
legs.
an escaped. Yeah, we got a person detained in Brandon, Mississippi. All right.
It's fine, but dude, the guy at the end.
And the cops catch up to him, and this cop delivers the perfect near foot, near shoulder, shoulder check, and the dude just. How far do you think he goes flying here?
What's awesome is this is like a linebacker. Like he's like reading, getting downhill. You can see where he made the decision. There's a kid on a bike in the background.
Hey, he's got a good end zone view of this.
And then just wham.
You're right, though. The guy, like, the cop scrapes over the car.
Yeah.
All right. Like, he's second level scraping over the top. All right. Back tries to cut it up.
Like, he is reliving the days.
Dude,
this guy just got home from work back here. What's going on at Jimmy's house?
Man. God. One more time. Boom.
Hold on.
Like,
he has two different shoes on, or did he lose his shoe at one point? Where does he come from?
Honestly, it's a heck of a figure 80 hits, like around the cop car, then around the Cadillac. Boom. Boom. The spine buster. If this wasn't a kid's show, we could have played the whole thing.
I needed that.
God,
oh my God.
God, that reminds me a lot of our game last week. So I told you last week we got picked to be somebody's homecoming, right?
Yeah.
And we wound up going. We made the trip out to the Fort Worth area, and we executed pretty well. We won 75 to 21. So yeah, yes, we got after it a little bit, but those games are kind of fun every now and then. You get to get all the guys in with no pressure, just go play ball. Which brings me to a funny story here. So I was actually on the sideline this game. I've been in the box the last 4 years. It's been, since I moved out here that I've been on the field for a game. Well, it's been since the first year I was out here, since I've been on the sideline for a game. But anyway, so our DC wanted to be up top so you could see iPads, all that kind of stuff, and then radio calls down, just trying to test stuff out, right? And so I'm on the sideline, and I forget just how chaotic a sideline can be sometimes.
Yeah.
On a Friday night. So actually, rewind here. One of my dudes, all right, great kid, sweet kid, all right. It was going to take us being up by a decent chunk for him to probably get some spin. Again, great kid, but so he gets kind of nervous, okay? And we're in pregame warmups, and we're doing line reads with the linebackers. And he's my little scout running back. Then we got our DC's kind of pointing where the lineman will step. And then, I'm kind of playing scout quarterback with the linebackers, pulling one every now and then. Anyway, so I just yank him over to be my running back. Like, all you got to do is stand there, right? Jack, he gets so close to me, his hand gets in the pocket of my windbreaker. Like, he's like, buddy, come on, like, chill out, like, relax, all right? And then give me like 2 feet of space here. So fast forward, we're up. I mean, God, we were probably up 50-0 at halftime.
Good
And
Lord.
yeah, it got out of hand kind of fast. But we get about 5 minutes left, and we're making sure that everybody's gotten in. We're trying to make sure, like me personally, I've got some depth guys that I was really trying to get their snaps up for the season. Yeah, because this was our last district game, so I'm trying to get some more snaps on tape and stuff, really see what they can do. And then I get to my boy. All right, with about 5 minutes left, we got another defensive series. Okay, and I said, yeah, I'll just call him Johnny. All right, I said, hey Johnny, come here. All right, we're gonna put you in. And this week we were running like our outside backer was spun down most of the game, playing DN. I said, hey, we're going to keep you spin down here, and we're just going to pinch you. All right, we're just going to pinch you. Jack, he looks me in the eye and says, where are you going to pinch me? I said, the B gap, son. Get out there. God, and then sure enough, all right, sure enough, we get out there, 1st and 10, first play of the series. He does not pitch. He
No,
don't
of
go
course
inside.
not. He didn't even know what that meant.
He proceeds to just get juked out on a zone read. Quarterback pulled it. He gets juked out. They gain like 20 yards. I get him out. I get somebody else out there. And fast forward, game's over. We're all feeling great. We executed pretty well overall, right? We're getting the equipment truck loaded up. And he comes over and finds us. I'm sorry, coach. I was going to pinch there, but I just didn't see the RPO coming. I said, buddy, there wasn't no RPO. Like, quarterback just pulled it and then juked you out and then ran for about 20 yards. There wasn't no RPO about it. It might have been like run-o, like RO. I don't know. There was no pass involved there. We're up
No.
4 points and with 3 minutes left. They ain't throwing the ball. They want to get out of here too. God, can't make it up. Where are you going to pinch
me, man? Where are you
Where
going
are
to
you going to
pinch
pinch me? God, can't make it up. That'd be a great T-shirt for like St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, where are you going to pinch me?
If I
I
can
thought
get
this was going the Rudy route, honestly. I've been seeing clips of Rudy on TikTok, and I
man.
thought this kid was about to go in there and make the play, but it sounds like he.
So I got him in the scrimmage because we got after whoever we played in the scrimmage, and I got him in. And have you ever heard the old saying, send them to save them?
Yeah.
In regards to defense. So we sent him the 4 snaps he was out there for the scrimmage. We sent him every time. Dude, he got a TFL in the scrimmage.
Really?
So anyway, he got his 1 snap Friday night, but the quote of the night was, where are you going to pinch me? And he said it like at that volume too. It wasn't no like enunciated.
Like it was a secret.
Yeah. Where are you going to pinch me? The look of terror on his face. Got to figure out if that's a T-shirt though. I'm going to get that. If I can get that in black and yellow with like a jackrabbit mascot or something, like pinch your hands.
No, if you get that, I need one.
Yeah, that'd be solid. That'd be
iconic.
Solid.
Why is
this? I saw the score.
Yep, we'll leave
I don't know.
that.
Okay, we got to get into too much.
No, we're so spread thin. This bye week is something that we really needed. To be honest with you, it's been one of those just freak years where it just seems like no matter where we go, what we do, the injury bug's just biting us. And we played a good team. I'm not taking anything away from them, but this bye week was much needed so we can kind of recover and get ready for region play because we were so thin. And we had a few more get hurt Friday night. And so it got to the point where I'm looking at the sideline. I'm like, we got more people with their pads off with like ice or something wrapped up than we do suited up, ready to go. I'm like, we got to get through this, man. But no, it's tough road so far, but just got to fix some things, get healthy, and I think the region play will be all right. But bye week was much needed. Got some R&R.
I was about to say, we talked about this last week, so we ain't got to get into it much, but y'all have like the perfectly placed bye week this season.
Yeah.
Getting that break right before region starts.
Yeah, and we had the same one last year, and it's just perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better, and hopefully we have it next year too. But I know there's some realignment stuff. It's a realignment year, and so we don't know what region we'll be in. So
February, I think February or March is when they'll come out with the numbers for us. I mean, we got like 2,900 kids, something like that. So we're going to be safe. It's just,
Yeah.
it's all about where the cutoff is to make it say Division 1 or 6A Division 2. And yeah, I've heard some things because we passed that school choice stuff out here in Texas that the enrollment number for say the cutoff number might actually be a little lower, which is kind of way contrary to what it's always been, right?
Right.
Generally, population goes up, so the numbers go up, but because maybe some school choice and charter schools and all that, that number might drop a little bit, which could make things really interesting depending on what high enrollment 5As might now become 6A. And I don't know. It's going to be real interesting about February or March.
Yeah. It's always kind of, so this will be my second cycle since I've been coaching that realignments happen for us. And it was kind of exciting. You never know if they're going to switch some stuff up. And, um, we're in a region with, I think, 3 private schools now. And so how does that look if we get moved to a different region or, we're having to travel to different teams, that kind of stuff. But, and really this is separate from that, but we say it's a bye week, but we have a JV game tomorrow. So it's not a true, full bye week.
Yeah.
There was a scheduling conflict with one of the other schools, one of the private schools, actually. It's funny. I think they had like a big baptism night or something to where a lot of their kids weren't going to be able to play when our varsity plays them that week. That Thursday, for some reason, was just, I don't know.
All right.
So we're playing them this week. So we won't have a JV game later in the season. But yeah, so we travel to St. Joe's tomorrow for some Thursday night lights, a little junior varsity action.
Nice. Okay.
So it'll be,
and it'll be super low key, right? Just out there for the love
yeah.
of the game,
Yeah. And what's crazy is you probably remember me talking about their field, but it makes it feel even more low key. And I'm not bashing on them, but I hate to say this, but it's like a rec football field. There's no away bleachers. It's on the side of a hill. There's a fence, and I-85 is right down the hill. It's weird, like right next to a CarMax. Like it's nuts.
I can't.
But
You can see it like if you're going 85 north to Greenville, right? You can kind of see it off the right hand side. All right,
yeah.
I remember
So that's
that
what
one.
we're playing. The fan issue we had on the Friday game last year probably won't be an issue this year because junior varsity won't have as many traveling. But yeah, it'll definitely be interesting atmosphere, to say the least.
Speaking of interesting atmospheres, we got our first district game, which is the most important part of it, right? Starts to count towards your playoff seeding and stuff like that. But then it's the big rivalry game with the other school in our district. And this is the first full year that they've had their new stadium opened up. So we got to actually make our first road trip for the Unity Bowl is what we call it. I like to call it the Forney Civil War, but I guess that might not be a politically correct thing anymore. I don't know. I just thought it made sense. All right.
Yeah.
They're the North, we're the South.
Wasn't it Oregon State? Don't they call theirs that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's one town that's split between 2 sides and, whatever. Anyway, but so the funny story is like word on the street is that there's not an exact, which I don't know if surely this is not possible, but there's not an exact count on the number of people that can fit on the visiting side. And so they've just determined that they're only going to sell 3,000 visitor tickets. So after that, they're going to just cut off the visiting side. That seems like too shallow of a number for me. Like I know our stadium holds 11,000 and their new one is roughly the same size. So what I think is going to end up happening is people are going to be sneaking in on the home side.
Oh, 100%.
Like it, because the place is going to be packed out. I already heard of kids scalping tickets. Like we got kids buying tickets early and they're going to try to flip them on Friday night. Like this is 2025 in a nutshell.
Get your
right
tickets
here.
on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, we got Facebook Marketplace scalpers for high school football. Like it's going to be ridiculous, but it's going to be a big showdown. It's going to be good. I think they got 7 or 8 guys with D1 offers, kind of like we got 7 or 8 guys with D1 offers, and they had a good playoff run last year. We were winning by 10 last year in the third quarter and kind of fumbled it away down the stretch, and they were able to get the win over us. But we got the series overall. I think we won it 7 times to their 4, but it does feel like we're the underdog in this one. And just to kind of get the grease going a little bit, I guess this is not going to come out till Sunday, so I can say this and not get in trouble. We're going to be debuting some alternate helmets
Oh,
for
nice.
the road game Friday. Yeah, so
Nice.
we're rocking white helmets, white jerseys, white pants. We're going full
White out.
stormtrooper. Yeah.
Nice. So how did y'all? I mean, y'all just have that many extra helmets, or how did y'all
No,
buy new ones?
no, we did the
Is it the
have you
game day
seen the
skins?
yeah, we did the game day skins. And so that's what a lot of folks were doing between tonight and tomorrow. They were just going to go through Booster Club people and all that
Yeah.
and assembly line it. You got to disassemble the face mask, put the shell on, put all the screws back on, put the face mask back on. So
Dang,
it's but yeah, it's pretty cool. We got like a script rabbits on the side
that's
in
pretty
black and
sick.
yellow.
Let
Yeah, it
me
should be pretty clean.
let me know how those do, because I've looked at those, getting
I'm
them, just because,
curious. I'm curious.
it's kind of, you think about it, it's like there's a thin layer of, I guess it's plastic, that just
Yeah,
goes
it's just
over,
like a
like,
shell. The helmet that I saw, the mock-up one I saw Sunday, that was one of the guys that they were filming some hype videos and stuff. So they already had a couple kind of mocked up for the guys to wear.
mm-hmm.
It looked good. Like it didn't look like there was a noticeable,
Yeah,
where you could tell it was a different color underneath. Like it looks like it's a legit white helmet. And then they just throw the decals on the side. And I don't know what happens
cool.
after. I don't know what happens after the game. I guess you
Take
stack
them
them
all back
all up,
off,
take
store them
them all
somewhere.
off. Yeah, put them in a box. I guess they stack up. I mean, it's gotta be a hard shell, right?
That's
I
pretty
don't
cool,
know.
though. I wanted to get some, but I was just curious how they would hold up, because that's a great idea, for especially for high schools that can't
Oh,
afford to
yeah.
buy
Yeah. You can't
full
have full
helmets.
sets. Well, did you see where, I think it was Middle Tennessee State, like, they totally scrapped all their alternate jerseys, all their alternate helmets. They end up saving like $600,000 that they're
Yeah,
now just gonna go spend on operating expenses or NIL
yeah,
or whatever. I mean, there's a cost to it if you got all these, different helmets and all this and that. But yeah, $1 million idea if these things work out right. I'll give you the lowdown Friday after the game.
yeah. I
See
might
how
have
they
to look
held up.
into that for next year,
Yeah,
because I'd like to get some red and just red it out one game or something,
red would
or
be
like dark
cool.
gray, something crazy. Yeah, let me know how they do.
So I was on here looking through some questions from commenters. All right. So this one comes from Mark. All right. At Lil Marquitos. I guess I'm saying this right. So appreciate you reaching out to us, Mark. Jack, let me know your thoughts on this. Mark says, "Good afternoon, coach. Know you're busy. Just a follower that has a question, would love some advice. 25-year-old guy, just started his football coaching journey. He's currently a middle school coach in Texas. It's his first year coaching. Just wanted some advice on how to get to where I am," which I'm like, buddy, like we're all in the same boat together. But anyway, but the goal is to coach high school ball. Would love some advice to achieve that goal. How did you work your way to where you are today? Any pieces of advice or wisdom? So thank you, Mark. Jack, you got any advice on that? So we got Mark here, young guy, mid-20s, right? Coaching middle school ball, wants to get up to the high school level. What are some thoughts you have for Mark right there?
So did he say if he's teaching?
Well, out here you have to teach if you're
So
coaching.
he's teaching at the middle school, or is he at the high
Yeah,
school?
you have to be at the same site,
Okay. Well, I guess
especially
that
in
would
the
be the first step. Get the
yeah, yeah.
secondary certification. But there's some middle that I think that can extend to ninth grade,
Yeah,
something
mine
like that.
goes 7th grade through 12th grade.
Okay.
Any science.
Because that's like PE is K through 12. Like I could go to elementary,
Nice.
I got the whole gamut. But no, I think I've said it before. I mean, show up every day, be on time, be a professional, and just do the little things, man. Like if don't walk by something that needs done, do anything that's asked of you, give it everything you got. If you know you got a position group you got to grade, make sure they're graded before the meeting. I mean, it sounds overly simplified, but
But it's really
do a
not that
good
hard,
job at the little things, and it'll take care of itself, and especially if your middle school staff and your high school staff have a good relationship, where those kids are kind of building up, like the middle school's running the same system, yada yada yada. You get really good at that system and just keep working, doing the little things.
Yeah,
It'll come, and it
yeah.
it may not be the same school you're wanting to be at now or you're currently at, but you have to be open to opportunity when it comes. and seize the day. Isn't that the Semper Fi? Is that seize the day,
Yeah,
or is
something
that
like
something
that.
else?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just do the little things and no, don't be too good for any job.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of in the same vein. So like, especially out here, like on a Friday night, we ask our junior high guys to come help us out with operations, right? So we got a couple of coaches that handle the wide and tight and the iPad replay. Got a couple coaches that handle the end zone. We got 4 or 5 coaches in the booths charting the plays that offense and defense are calling so that when we get back inside after the game, we can input all that data and be able to self scout and things like that. And
Yeah,
so there's a lot of opportunity there on Friday nights to kind of show some value, right? Or at least be able to make connections with
yeah,
maybe some guys that are on the high school staff that might be in a position to put in a good word for you with the boss man at the high school. And so I think it's all about networking. When I moved
yeah,
out here, it was during COVID. All right. And I had never moved in my life. We grew up in the same town our whole lives. Right. So other than college and my first few years out, but even then I wasn't like that far away from where we grew up. When I moved out to Texas, I like basically totally reset my network. It's a brand new tree that I'm trying to grow, right? And so I get a job in a middle school out here, and I'm constantly trying to make contact with the head coach at the time at the high school, and just volunteer my time. Say, hey, y'all practice in the mornings. I ain't got teaching responsibilities till 8, whatever. I'll be there at 5 o'clock. Get the work in. Have to leave at like 7:45 every morning, and then Thursday, Fridays, I'm doing whatever you need me to do. And wound up not getting to keep the job or whatever. So that
hmm,
was a whole other side story. But enough people knew me that were still there that put in a great word for me for the next coach, my current boss. And so he wanted to have an interview with me, and I guess like what he heard, like all the things that he had heard that I did, and hired me on. And I realized that might be faster than other people's process, but it's still kind of a similar process, right? It's just making connections and
yeah.
proving your worth and what value you can bring.
I think Coach Sweeney used to say something, and he probably stole it from someone else, but he used to say, bloom where you're planted. And I've heard it from other people too.
Yeah,
But, you're at the middle school now, you're coaching at the middle school now. Just do that, dive into that, and the
go
rest
be
will take
great.
care of itself. I
Yeah,
mean,
go be great.
you treat people right and you do your job the right way, and life has a way of taking care of you. So, I mean, just do what you're doing, man. Keep grinding. I mean,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
what's the old saying? You get out what you put in, usually.
Yep.
You don't know
Yep.
how long it might take, but usually you reap what you sow, right?
Yep.
So hopefully that helps, Bart. Appreciate you reaching out. We got another question here. Caleb, getting real personal. Not that this is that personal because this is public information, but he says this is I can't even pronounce his name, at Leha513. All right. If you don't mind me asking, what is your salary? He's also a coach, but he's always been curious about what high school full-time coaches make. So I don't know where he coaches at, but it seems like it might be an area where he might coach as just like an extra side gig, might have a different day job,
Yeah.
right? Kind of like South Carolina. Whereas out here, you got to be in the classroom teaching, and then you got your coaching responsibilities too. But it's public information for the most part. I mean,
Yeah.
I get my base teacher pay is close to 70, might be a little north of 70 now. And then with the stipends, I think I'm pushing 79, almost 80. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but that's full teaching pay and then 2 sport stipends. And I'm sure if you broke it down by the hour, of course, it's going to be pennies, right?
Yeah. That
But
stipend especially is gonna be,
oh yeah, they'll
yeah.
they'll get their
I don't
money's
like to
worth
look
out of
at
that.
that.
But yeah, yeah, no doubt. But it's especially coming from where I was. All right. When I moved out here, even though I was volunteering football wise, just the teaching pay was so much higher that it was
Yeah.
higher than what I was making teaching and football back in South Carolina. And so to me, once I moved out here, I was like, anything over this is gravy because I've already budgeted everything based off of this amount. Inflation's getting crazy, but you make it work, right? Just live within your means. It's not that hard, budget. But I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't think a lot of people realize, or at least my kids don't, because they ask me this all the time. I'm like, you realize you can go online and see, like, public schools, all that's public information. Like,
Yeah.
you can literally just Google it and see what the salary schedule is for teachers in South Carolina, in any state probably. For me, obviously, it depends on if you're just coaching or if you're teaching and coaching. So, I mean, teaching, it depends on the degree level you have, how many years you've been doing it. And I think my base, like just teaching, this would be master's level because I don't have my doctorate yet. I think it's right around 60 base just teaching. And then the coaching supplement for an assistant coach is right around 6,800, I believe. Now there's assistant or associate head coach is like bumps up a bit, 10 grand maybe. Coordinator gets more than that. You know, there's variations. In some districts, they just get a pool of money, and it's the head coach's job to say, hey, I want to pay my offense coordinator this, defense coordinator this coach this. So all that varies based on where you're going to be coaching at. A lot of people, and I ain't saying teachers make a lot of money. I ain't saying that, but I think it's higher than what people think it is.
Especially when you keep in mind that we're on 10-month contracts or not.
Right. Yeah, we get the
10-month
summer.
contracts. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you take that year amount and you divide it by 10, like the number looks better than
Yeah.
what we do and divide it by 12, because obviously you just want to get a paycheck every month. You don't want to get 10 nicer paychecks and then go 2 months without anything. So
Right.
it's just having to spread it over 12 compared to just 10 that the contract is for.
Yeah.
All the breaks and stuff, like we coach sports, so obviously
Yeah.
we don't get to enjoy as many of the breaks.
Spring break. That's
Yeah,
about the only
spring break,
one.
Christmas break.
Yeah.
I get a
Summer
little
break,
bit.
but you're
I get
working
a
out
little bit
every
of time
day.
in June. Yeah, you got summer workouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were just like a straight teacher, yeah, you knock out your 10 months and or your 170, 180 school days, and other than
Yep.
that, you're just chilling.
And I think who was it? Florida? Maybe Florida moved to hourly pay for coaching supplements, I think. Hold on. Let me
there's
fact
got to
check
be
that.
there's got to
But
be a limit on that.
but the hourly rate is like, it's lower than minimum wage, but it's higher than what, if you broke ours down, would be, if that makes any sense. Let's see.
Who is policing the clock in, clock out?
That's what I'm saying.
And, at what point do you have to do overtime or whatever?
Let's see if I can find anything.
And I don't know, in Florida, do they have to teach in Florida, or can you just be a coach and show up in the afternoons?
I don't know. All right, let's see. So it was a bill was presented, or supposed to be presented by January 2026. Significant bump in pay, yada yada. Come on, give me the deets. Give me the deets. All right, here it is. They're saying coaches would see their rate increase to $15 per hour with a minimum of 1,000 hours. So, sorry, let me
15,000?
rephrase that. Head coaches
Okay.
would be about $15 an hour, capped at 1,500 hours a year, so roughly 22,000 for the stipend. Coordinators capped at 1,000 for 15,000, and yeah, so that's all it says. But sorry, that's a minimum, so it can be more than that. I don't know how the overtime would work because that would be insane.
That's what I'm saying. Who polices the clock in, clock out? Like, the head coach gets to decide the hours. Like, we go 7 days a week. Like,
Yeah.
now
That would
I
be-
realize they might not have to teach, right? They might just say you get to clock from 3 to 8 Monday through Wednesday, and then game whatever Thursday, Friday. I don't know if they do stuff on the weekends, but I don't know. That's wild. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and it looks like Florida doesn't pay very well. Their stipends aren't very high relative to other places. But it says this head coach made $7,100, like currently, which that's almost about what my stipend is as just an assistant. But says some would receive more than 1,000% pay raise, which is nuts. But anyway,
Man,
maybe South Carolina will do that. That'd be nice.
that's interesting. That's interesting, man. Yeah. was trying to go through here and see if we got any more. Here we go. All right. This is a young buck here. All right. I think this is all right. Hey, coach, I'm not going to say his name just because obviously it seems like he's a high school kid. But hey, coach, I'm a nose guard. He's a freshman nose guard.
Yes, sir.
That's why I was like, Jack's got some help on this one. How do I break double teams and take people's hands of me when they grab my jersey? I'm just reading this as I see it, guys. I'm just reading this as I see it. I promise you, I'm not losing my mind. I didn't have any talent on. All right. Anyway, how do I break double teams and take people's hands of me? I think he meant to say off me when they grab my jersey. My coaches haven't taught it yet, but they get mad when I can't get through the double teams. Jack, can you help this soul with his double team situation?
First off, let's pay a little bit more attention in English. I ain't bashing on you, but let's proofread a little bit. I get it. I've been a ninth grader before. Things are going fast. Just let's take a second and proofread a little bit. But as far as double teams, at least what I teach our guys is, and this is pretty much, this is what they did at Clemson, so that's how I like to teach it. It's a simplified version because not all the kids we have are going to be Dexter Lawrence, Grady Jarrett, all these next level nose guards, defensive tackles. I tell them, focus in on one man at a time. That first initial, your visual key, you're attacking there. Boom. When you feel the pressure of that second man coming, you sink that hip, turn that hip into him. Don't let them drive you off the ball. If you feel yourself getting knocked back, fall, make a pile, take them down with you. But work that hip into them. Some people prefer to drop to a knee. I'm fine either way as long as you don't get blown off. Work that hip, get skinny once you kind of get them turned, and that's when you can rip or swim over, whatever you want to do, get skinny, get through that gap. It's a lot easier said than done. I have juniors and seniors that still struggle with this. So.
I was about to say, I'm just sitting here listening, and I'm like, man, sometimes when you get double team, you just get
you get dogged.
it ain't gonna work out. Like it is and what it is.
It's if you're playing nose guard especially, you in the trenches, man. Like it's dirty work, but somebody's got to do it.
You are eating double teams all night.
Like, call Mike Rowe because it's a dirty job, but it takes a dog. It takes a special mentality to be a nose guard, be a good nose guard. But I tell my guys one at a time. Focus on one, attack your visual key. If you know your gaps in between them and they're trying to wash you, work that hip. Worst case, fall, make a pile. Ain't no coach going to be mad at you. If you're getting a double and you feel yourself getting, driven out of your gap, if you fall down, make a pile, they can't run through that. Make a mess. I mean, worst case, make a mess. As far as your second question, I'm guessing you're trying to block destruction or like getting off a block. Is that what he's asking?
Yeah, he just said just some advice for.
Or is he talking about like holding?
Getting
said they're grabbing
hands
jerseys.
Said they got their hands on him. My thought would be get your hands on him first.
Yeah, get lockout, create some space.
Yeah, create space, 3-point extension, right? Don't let people get, it's kind of like I coach outside backers. Sometimes we spin down, we're playing D and 2. Like, I've got to get hands on that guy first, and I've got to make sure I've created the space first because if they get their hands on me, like, we're smaller than probably everybody we're lining up against. Like, yeah, I've got a couple guys that are blessed with some wingspan and some 3-point extension, but they can't maybe not move as well, right? And so the guys that can kind of do it all, right, just kind of a good overall player, they maybe got shorter arms, right? So it's high school. They're not all built the same,
Yeah.
And just get your hands, be aggressive.
Yeah. Like if you fire off the ball like you're supposed to, you attack your key, you get extension, bring your hips, knock them back, your job's going to be 1,000 times easier. Like if you're kind of slow off the ball and they're getting their hands on you first, you climbing uphill at that point because you've already lost half the battle. You got to be violent. You got to be fast. Like you can't waste time. I see kids still trying to like cock back and then come up. I'm like, you don't have time. It's ground to man. Like there's no time for all that fancy O-line stuff. You got to fire off with a I'm going to beat you attitude. Oh, but going back to the double teams, my first year with the D-line at Palmetto, Todd Bates. So when I was at Clemson, Dan Brooks was the defensive tackles coach. And amazing dude, amazing coach, legend. He was like a paratrooper back in the day and,
dude.
Jumped out of planes. his knee was like permanently curved out from just, I guess, landing so much, and he kept going. Dude tore his ACL in a game and told the trainer, get off, like, I'm fine. Had surgery after the season and like refused to let it heal. Would just go out to practice and do stuff. It's like bleeding through his sock. And he was just like, I'm all right, I'm fine, get off, like, I'm good, don't worry about me, whatever. Amazing guy though, like would take care of you. Has so many so many of his guys made it to the league. Incredible coach. Todd Bates comes in when Dan Brooks retires, who I think was at Arkansas State or something like that. He comes in as the defensive tackles coach, and he had this technique. It's the same concept, but it takes a heck of an athlete to do it. So you would do the same thing, attack one, feel the pressure, but when you felt the pressure, you would drop to a knee while ripping down and then do this like fast pop back up, like you're doing this maneuver. I tried doing that with these high school kids the first time I was with them. They got buried because they get stuck here and they couldn't pop back up.
Yeah.
And they just got ran into the dirt.
That's a different caliber of athlete, you know?
Yeah. So that's when I simplified a little bit and attack one, work the hip. You got to be low, though. You can't be high. You got to be low.
You know, at the end of the day, it's Jimmy's and Joe's, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I do get a lot of questions a lot, and it's you know, with my vlogs, and it's heaven help them. A lot of them are high school football players, and I want to help everybody. Right? I wish I had something magical to tell everybody, but at the end of the day, sometimes you are in high school, especially, gonna play somebody that is bigger, stronger, faster, better. All right, and there's no magic words I can do to fix that, right? Like sometimes you run literally a whole second slower in the 40 than this other guy, and it's just not going to work out. Now, my words would be encouragement. I'm always going to say weight room. I'm always going to say agility training, stretching, right? And then as much fundamental work as you can get in. But at the end of the day, the weight room is the most important thing, and how quick and well you can move and how much you can bend and things like that. Those things go so far, so far. You know, that the fundamentals can be taught, right?
Yeah, that's fixable. But
athleticism only goes so far.
We played essentially a double wing team. So we've had a lot of injuries. I'm in my like 2s and 3s. This was 2 weeks ago, I think. 2 weeks ago. We're playing this double wing team. And I'm like, dude, I got to find a nose that can attack this offense and not get, because he's going to be doubled all night long. We're running like a 50 front. So like he's got to hold it. Wasn't happening. And so I know I have one kid who's maybe $140, but he's got that, in his mind, he could do whatever he puts his mind to, which is great. And I told him, I'm like, all right, man, this is what we're doing this week. You were going to cut. They had a guard that would travel. So the guard would move, flip sides, whichever way. So that was kind of an indicator, like he's pulling either out or in. Like we know kind of what's going on. So wherever that man is, you shade on the center shoulder toward him. You cut a gap and you grab a leg and you crawl. Like he does not leave that spot. Because if you hold that guard down here, he's not going to be able to pull around and kick out outside, whatever. That boy went in there and did it. He cut them all night long. He had maybe 10 tackles. Like he went off. At one point he cut, crawled under him, got up, made the play in the backfield. It was incredible. Like incredible. Now, if he didn't cut, he got driven 10 yards back.
Yeah.
But every time he cut, he had success.
That is a thankless job.
It was every play. And he did it so well that I was watching tape. It's like the fourth quarter and he doesn't cut one play. But those linemen were so worried about him cutting that immediately their hands are like down, like they're not wanting to get hit. And he's just like standing, getting off the ball, not even cutting. Like he did his job, executed it 100%, did everything I asked. Got like attitude of the week or defensive lineman of the week for us. He got a shirt. I mean, the dude balled out. But anyway, I say that, and I never answered his question about getting off if they get a grab on you or whatever, but there's so many techniques to get off a block. One thing I'll tell you is don't go on TikTok and watch these defensive line trainers or coaches that are working these crazy moves like Joey Bosa would use. You're not Joey Bosa, okay? You're not fast enough to do like a stutter, go outside, and it's not going to work. Like, I hate to tell you. And I have to tell kids the spin move. I hate the spin move. The
God,
life
I
of
hate
me.
the spin move. Jesus, I hate when D linemen spin.
Like, you are 280 pounds. You ain't fast enough to spin. He's going to tear your back up, and he's just going to push your back that far. And it ain't a block in the back inside the tackle box. Like, he can destroy you that way.
Dude,
but anyway.
So in the mornings, we have to do 2 practices a day, right? We had freshman practice the other morning, and god dang it, both of my ends spun. And they spun in completely opposite directions, wound up going inside, outside, and we're just getting freaking creased. Like, and I want to say it was, oh my gosh, like, just if you're a 5, be a 5. Like
dude,
this is high school football.
Yes.
We don't need anything ridiculous. We need gap sound and tackle.
Yeah, exactly. And the guy I'm thinking of in my mind, he ain't lean. He's built like me. Like, he's a big boy. He's a lineman. He ain't that fast. He's got some power, but he's not that fast. Boy asked me, we're doing, I don't know, pass rush or something in practice. Like, coach, we think I hit him with that fake spin cross chop. I'm like, how about we perfect the push pull before we try any of that? Like, bull pull before we fit, this is high school, man. We ain't there yet. I don't know if we'll ever get there.
We're not. I go ahead and tell you, we're not getting there.
You think you're going to make it 3 moves? Like, you're saying a fake spin, cross, chop, rip under or something? You think you're going to get all that done in like half a second? No. You fire off the ball, drive him, yank him down, and get off. Like, it's not that hard, but whatever. That drives me so.
Speaking of driving you crazy, and when I saw this picture, I thought about you because I know you like to keep your hair really short. I know you like to wear hats.
Yeah.
College football Twitter once again gave us the gift of this picture from the sidelines at the San Diego State California game, where it looks like one of the San Diego State coaches has been rocking a hat for some time now.
Yeah, and I'm not even gonna bash on the guy because I had this exact thing for like a month at the start of school. I went and played golf once with a hat that had the opening in the back.
And it was over with?
It might still be there. Like, if you didn't know, I'm bald basically, but you could see the difference. Is it still there?
There's a two-tone on the back of the head.
Hard line where the hat is, and there's a sunglass tan too.
Well, I got the sunglass tan going on here.
I feel his pain, but what's crazy is he's got the vertical line too.
That is wild.
That was a trucker hat. Like, that's a mesh back hat. Like, that's tough. But I feel his pain. I feel
the fact
pain,
that he, I don't know if he has the hat in his hand out of the screen right here, or if he just said, you know what, forget it. I'm going the whole game without a hat.
And what's nuts is, I can't wear a hat to school, so I probably look like this every day, and I just don't even know.
Oh,
but
man. Well, I will say, I would rather go without a hat and my head look like this than look like this Nebraska fan and what this guy's wearing on his head. Jack, can you please try to figure out what this guy has on his head for me? What is that?
I can't say what my first instinct was, but
it looks like a fried turd. Like, it looks literally like a fried turd.
You used better words than I did, but yeah, that's what I was thinking. What is it? Do we know what it is?
I think whenever I did some research on Twitter afterwards, it's supposed to be a Fig Newton. Where do you find a Fig Newton hat with this much detail on the inside?
I'll tell you, comment of the year is right there. Is that a 5-layer beefy burrito?
Maybe after you digest it.
Like, yeah, it literally looks.
Wow, it does look. That's a solid GIF right there.
That's pretty solid.
That's pretty spot on.
Yeah, Fig Newton is crazy.
Twitter's undefeated, dude.
I mean, what are these? Is that corn? What is it?
Wait, what is? Are you looking at the guy beside him now? The guy with
But
the red face.
yeah. What's going on with the gloves or paint?
Yeah, that's I guess that's they're the corn huskers. He's got
Corn?
his head painted like corn.
I don't know
Dude,
what's
college
worse.
football. This is why I love college football and like the NFL, whatever. The only thing about the NFL is Bills Mafia, right? You might get some craziness
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Bills Mafia. Raiders fans are kind of crazy. Cowboys fans are crazy, but just
And like
I
the
don't know.
NFL, you'll get, the people that dress up, but they're in like the full matching shoulder pads with spikes, painted
Yeah.
face, the helmet. It looks put together. This right here is something only a, college student that is probably overindulged a little bit can achieve right there. Like that is
Man.
unbeaten.
At some point, he was like, I'm going to wear a Fig Newton on my head to the game Saturday. We got to match up with number 21 Michigan. This will really show.
You only get that from somebody whose prefrontal lobe is not fully developed. Like you don't get that from a fully grown adult.
No. I wouldn't spend the money on it. Like,
no.
when I was in college, you'd have $1 to your name, right? We got people out here getting Fig Newton hats and painting their hands like corn cobs. But
speaking of when you were in college, how about them Blue Hose, man?
They're only undefeated team in Division I in South Carolina, right?
They're killing it.
I think they have, I don't know if they're tied for it or if now they have the sole lead right now of the Division I winning streak. I think they've got the longest winning streak in Division I football right now at 8 or 9 wins.
Wow.
Whatever.
I saw this was like, because what are they, 4?
They're 4-0 now. I will say the first 2 wins, super impressive, right? Beat Mercer, beat Furman, SoCon. Yeah. Mercer was top 25. Furman's always pretty solid in the FCS. Their last 2 wins, I'm pretty sure they played Bishop Sycamore.
Well, one was Erskine, right?
Yeah, who's D2. Yeah,
yeah,
so
and
I wouldn't even count that.
But
Bluefield, I'm pretty sure is Bishop Sycamore. I've never heard of Bluefield.
I saw where they're ranked. They're like number 25.
I think they are number 25. Yeah.
Go Blue Hose, man.
What a time. Go Hose, baby. Go Hose with my cowbell at. I still got it represented here.
Yeah, there it is.
Man. Well, speaking of great teams, got it going on. So, Jack, we talked about this a little bit before we started recording. Somebody had an idea in the comments with our last episode. Instead of using Chat GPT, why don't we get people to comment who should be team of the week? All right. And then we can go through, add up all the comments and put it on a big spinny wheel, and we will pick the team of the week from the folks that are commenting. It's a great way to combine the community with something we already like to do, right? It's a grassroots campaign. So we compiled the list, all right? I was mentioning it on my TikTok vlogs this week. Hey, comment with who should be team of the week. Comment with who should be team of the week. I've had people commenting on YouTube, Spotify, all right? So we went through all of our sources and tried to compile a lot of the schools that we got to put on our spin wheel that we just created. Jack made us a spin wheel. And we got a physical one maybe coming next week.
I'll have
we'll
it
get
next
a
week.
live spin wheel, not a digital one.
Yep.
But we're going to roll with this thing. So the team of the week, as always, brought to you by brought to you by Gridiron Spice Company. The spin wheel got me distracted here. Use the code 4th and Ward for the number 4, THANDWARD at gridironspiceco.com for 10% off your order, and drop your comments for future episodes. All right. With who should be team of the week. So we can get you on the spin wheel here, and we'll just keep adding to the spin wheel. All right. And maybe eliminate which one we pick. Doesn't that sound like the right thing to do here, Jack? That way the people who are commenting at some point, we can get their school on there. Okay. So we got this thing primed up, ready to go.
Yep. Let's do it. Sound effects too. Listen to that.
This is fancy. Bastrop High
School
in Texas. All right. We do have a lot of listeners in Texas, Jack, so it does make sense that we got several Texas schools on our list. So while we're pulling up Bastrop High School, guys, if you're listening on Spotify, I didn't even know this, Jack. You can comment on stuff on Spotify. I was going through when I was looking for comments and found it there. If you're all watching us on YouTube, drop a comment now with who your team of the week nomination is for next week. And TikTok, obviously, make your comments known. And we've got the Bastrop Bears here.
Pretty good year so far.
Off to a good start, 4-0. Who have they played? China Spring. Jack, I ain't gonna lie, I was eyeballing a job at China Spring about 4 years ago, man. They had just played in the state championship, nice little 4A down there near Waco area. Bastrop. Where's Bastrop at? Let's pull that up on a map real quick.
Bastrop.
Because I'm pretty sure it's in that same similar area, Central Texas, probably. I got to familiarize myself.
Like a little closer to San Antonio than Dallas. Or, right in between Waco and San Antonio, Houston. Austin,
right,
near Austin.
A little east of Austin there. Okay. Not too bad. Keep Austin weird.
Get a little overview here.
So I would think that they're a looking by their schedule, I think they might be a 4A. But again, I don't know for sure. I click standings. Let's see, it should pop up on there.
5A2.
5AD2. Okay, so a smaller 5A. Who are there? Oh, they're in there with.
How do you say this?
Pflugerville. I actually worked with the guy who's the defensive coordinator at Pflugerville. I taught astronomy with him a couple years ago. He's a good dude.
See, I was trying to see. I don't know why they don't have these rankings numbered, but anyway.
So if you go down, all right, let's see. Let's just see their schedule here. Who was game one?
Game one, right there. They played Alvin.
I hadn't heard of Alvin.
China Spring.
Spring I have heard of. That's a great school.
Prestonwood Christian. That was a shootout, man. And then Crockett.
Yeah, I have heard of Crockett. Now, this should be they're getting their district schedule started. So we've got Pflugerville, Connolly, McCollum, Pflugerville High, Liberty Hill, Elgin, Navarro, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, one of those schools that Bastrop has to play, I got some connections to, old Pflugerville, so I might definitely need to make sure I'm watching that game now that Bastrop is a team of the week. Let's check out got some of the facilities here.
Pretty solid. Look like we got an indoor over here.
Yeah, looks like a little indoor area.
I like the script. Look at that entrance.
Solid little tunnel, little run out tunnel. Colors look decent. I'm not a huge Garnet person, but
yeah. See if we can find some uniforms.
Yeah, let's check out the uniforms. So off to a 4-0 start. Nice setup here down there in Bastrop, Texas.
That
you got Adidas.
Okay, 7th grade. All right, that's 7th.
I was about to say, that seems real young. Like a Tiny Tim out there.
That's freshman.
Under Armour?
Under Armour. That's what's so hard to tell is that most teams change.
It is hard.
I got a nice scoreboard, too. So it looks like Under Armour might be the...
Scoreboard looks nice. Real nice.
Yeah, it looks like they're an Under Armour school. It's almost like, this reminds me of South Carolina.
It does give off some Gamecock vibes, right? With the garnet, the black, it's Under Armour. Although Carolina's moving on, right? Are they going to
Nike?
They're going to Nike. Interesting.
Finally. Auburn, too. Auburn's already Nike.
Yeah, Auburn going Nike. Tennessee's going Adidas.
Terrible move. They must have paid out the tail.
Yeah, I think they did pay like $7 million more per year or something like that.
Money talks. I get
Money talks. They got to get that NIL paid for. We got
custom 7-on-7
Guardian
thing?
cap thing. I can't stand anything related to 7-on-7.
Yeah, what is
all right? Well, Bastrop, hopefully you guys keep the undefeated streak alive.
This really bothers me.
What we got?
If you're an Under Armour school, get some Under Armour swag. Like the Nike sleeve.
The Nike sleeve.
I cannot stand that. Like, have some sense. Or like a kid that wears a blue T-shirt under his red uniform.
All right, that I get.
We give you a compression shirt. That like wear it.
Yeah, the brand thing. I get it. You know, different price points, all that. It's high school. It's not like they're getting it off for free. The kids got to buy it.
Yeah, but he bought the one at the higher price point.
That is valid. The Nike one it probably did cost more. That's a good point.
I don't know, man. That really
Yeah,
bothers
I don't
me.
know. Well, shout out to the Bastrop Bears. Thank you guys. I can't remember who submitted that, but you are our first community submitted team of the week. We'll keep all you other teams of the week that ChatGPT picked for us. Obviously, we'll keep that all in line, but we're excited to add Bastrop to the list. And again, guys, comment with who should be team of the week for next week's episode. You've got until we probably record next Wednesday to get those things commented. But as always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Jack, we're already hitting the hour mark. It does go quick. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of tired though. And
Yeah.
we still got sub varsity tomorrow. Y'all got the JV game tomorrow.
Yep.
We got freshman JV, and then we got the big one on Friday. So yeah, my week's just getting started. Thanks for listening, guys. As always, hit that subscribe button, hit that 5-star button. Appreciate y'all.
Stay golden.